Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. XRP Army bank on a massive bull run as pro-Ripple lawyer calls XRP's poor price performance unnatural. That's what Jeremy Hogan said about the price of XRP. But he says, I do believe the breakout can be massive. He's not wrong. The price is unnatural. Honestly, XRP should be easily sitting at $1 plus right now. Yet we're still sitting under 60 cents. But it's not just XRP. It's XLM, XDC, HBAR, these ISO cryptocurrencies. However, I do believe when we do blast off, it is going to be epic. And you know, all we need for XRP is some sort of catalyst. I think the next catalyst for XRP is that Ripple SEC case coming to a complete end. I think that's when it's wide open sky for XRP. The era of institutional adoption is upon us. This comes from Smoke. And you know, that's another thing we're waiting for. Because when people speculate on the price of XRP, they always say it's lack of adoption or Ripple dumping on the XRP community. But this year, we're going to see a couple things happen. We're going to see regulations get put in place. It's already happening in the EU. Institutional adoption is going to ramp up as well, along with tokenization. That's why I look at 2024 as being a very big year. Take a listen to this. Cryptocurrencies like XRP and XLM are going to continue playing an important role in getting the flywheel of adoption going.
It take a lot of energy to make a half turn and a full turn, but once they start turning, there's momentum and it's hard to stop them. So let's overlay adoption of blockchain and digital assets. They've proven value. So part of the first turn, feasibility, certainly. And now we're seeing these use cases get into the bottom of that first turn, economic viability. And there's some exciting initiatives we heard about at Sibos around interbank payments, delivery versus payments, for example, correspondent banking, messaging, cross-border, interbank, intrabank, intra-company, and importantly, when we get to the ESG, the S part, remittances. So lots of interesting energy there. And we're seeing cryptocurrencies like XRP, Stellar Lumens, and stablecoins like USDC playing an important role in getting that wheel to turn and deliver the internet of value. Also, the introduction of central bank digital currencies will accelerate the mainstreaming of digital assets.
Like I said, ISO is also going to bring value. And as CBDCs start to go live, we're going to start to see price changes on these ISO cryptocurrencies. Everything is still getting built out in the background, but the whole system is almost complete because everything's been fast-tracked over the last 2 years. The wait is almost over. XRP will be able to travel through the SWIFT network even without a SWIFT-Ripple partnership. Ripple strategically placed themselves in and around tech partners, CGI, Temenos, etc., of SWIFT to gain market share faster. You know what I see going on? Ripple is already integrated inside of SWIFT through the partnerships that Ripple has. So they're going to rip SWIFT apart from the inside out. Because you're going to see RippleNet tied to so many things. SWIFT isn't even going to see it coming. It's going to happen so fast. SWIFT is going to have to make so many choices quick. Do we partner with Ripple? Do we allow Ripple to use all of our database and everything else, our payments rails? What's going to happen with SWIFT? That's the big question, because that alone can take us to 3 digits. That's why I always bring up SWIFT and Ripple, because Ripple's technology replaces SWIFT easily. It's faster, it's cheaper, and it's more secure as well. And SWIFT is just outdated, and no matter how you upgrade the system, it still cannot compete with RippleNet and XRP. And I think it's smart on Ripple's part to get partners inside of Swift early on, because now all those rails are already in place. Swift, how can we allow the Swift community to leverage all the existing infrastructure that we have in place today around Swift connectivity, messaging standards, etc., to be able to start to interact with this kind of new tokenized ecosystem in a way that doesn't require them to invest in entirely parallel infrastructure? Even Swift is looking into going into the direction of tokenization. That shows you how big this is actually going to become. Like right now, Jeremy Hogan, he says the price for XRP is unnatural, but it's like the calm before the storm. And once the storm happens, it's going to take a long time for that storm to pass. We're going to watch XRP climb in price so quick, and people are going to still be trying to FUD on XRP, but there's no stopping what's coming, and it's going to be an epic time. Don't forget, Mastercard partnered with Ripple as well. The two largest card issuers in the world, Visa and Mastercard, will benefit from the utility of digital assets like XRP. You know, I keep seeing these Visa, Mastercard commercials all the time, how they're trying to innovate, but the back end is still broken. That's the Swift end. On the front end, everything looks great. Ripple can change all of that. And that's why you see Visa and Mastercard already working with Ripple. They know that's the path forward. Visa commercial that indicates payment interoperability is on the way. PayPal to Cash App to Venmo to Zelle, etc. Just imagine the possibilities. You know, once mass adoption happens, we're going to see it happen because we're crypto investors. The normies outside of crypto won't even know it happened because they're going to be using blockchain technology and not even know it. They're going to be utilizing cryptocurrencies and not even knowing it. And that's when, at that moment, that's when you will realize that your patience has paid off, because adoption's going to happen very quick once regulations come. First, they got to take out the trash so that the rest of the space can excel to the next level. When I talk about the trash, I'm talking about shit coins, meme coins that have no use case. When instant payments, FedNow, takes off, it will happen so fast. And they're explaining this to you time and time again.
When instant payments take off, they're going to take off so quickly in the country that you need to be able to scale rapidly and potentially using cloud. Because if you're relying on, standard, typical data centers, it's going to catch you out very quickly.
It's going to happen very quick. And, that's why I keep telling people, you're sitting here, you're bitching about the price. You're worried about the price of XRP today. When it happens, you are either holding XRP or XRP is going to pass you by. And nobody understands that yet because nobody really understands what they're holding yet. The XRP ledger will automatically look on the DEX and find the best way to make an exchange. There are two innovative ways on the DEX, auto bridging and pathfinding. Take a look at how easy this works.
XRP ledger will automatically look on the decentralized exchange and find the best way to make that exchange for the buyer and seller through the DEX. The two innovative ways this happens on the DEX are auto bridging and pathfinding. Auto bridging uses XRP as an intermediary asset to complete a transaction between two non-XRP tokens at the lowest cost. This is helpful when one of the tokens does not have enough liquidity to transact at competitive rates. Pathfinding is a way for transactions to hop from one currency or form of value to another, piecing together the best path with the best liquidity between the original trading pairs. So going back to our artwork example, if the buyer wanted to purchase the NFT with gold, but the seller wanted to be paid in dollars, the DEX would automatically find the least expensive path, perhaps first exchanging gold for XRP and then XRP for dollars to fund that NFT purchase.
And that's exactly how XRP is also going to work in between two CBDCs. Say you want to send dollars to another country. It'll easily go in as fiat currency even. It doesn't have to be a digital dollar. It will work with the same dollar we're using right now. And it could come out on the other end as that other currency. It could be the euro, it could be the pound, whatever. It doesn't matter. And that's what makes XRP game-changing and how it can be utilized inside of payments. Because, you know, not all payments from person to person happen in the same country as well. A lot of people buy things from overseas. Same thing with overseas. They buy things and money has to move across borders. And that's where XRP, because it's so cheap and it's so fast and so secure, it changes the game time and time again. UAE removed from money laundering gray list. I think they're trying to propel the UAE. I think they're trying to push it because right now, before they were saying all the money laundering takes place over there and they've been put on a gray list. Now they've been removed from that list and now things can move ahead. But the UAE, even Ripple's going very big there right now because they're going to become a major innovation hub. They're going to become a major crypto hub as well. But it's nice to see them come off the gray list. Ripple 2006. Be your own banker, Ryan Fugger. And I'm just going to read the part here about Ripple. He says the process of deindustrialization has begun, and blockchain technology is an essential tool to perpetuate the transition from industrial to digital. Back in 2011, or perhaps in 1991, Ripple executives knew that Bitcoin environmental impact would go against the global agenda. The XRP ledger was created with the purpose of solving one by one every single one of Bitcoin's flaws. And that's because Ripple was built, XRP was built to replace Bitcoin. Yet all these Bitcoin maxis somehow want you to believe that Bitcoin is the future. It was a beta test coin from day one. It's the same reason that you don't see countries talking about utilizing Bitcoin, except El Salvador, and they're running Bitcoin on the Algorand rails. I even think Flare is going to add utility to Bitcoin, but I also see value in Bitcoin for some people. But how long is that value going to last? In other words, after this next major run-up and utility kicks in, what's left for Bitcoin? Honestly, who's really going to want to use it when there's better options out there and adoption is happening at a very fast pace at the same time? Nobody wants expensive payments and they don't want payments to be slow. Everything around payments right now, the whole narrative is real-time payments and cheap. I work my ass off and make decent money. 30 years ago, I would have a house, a great car, and 3 vacations a year. Now I'm lucky to go to the grocery store twice a week, cover my bills, and not run out of money before my next paycheck. What is happening? You know, this is a global problem. It's not just a United States problem. It's global. I see it everywhere. People saying the same exact thing. And it's because they're wiping out the middle class. They got to wipe out your savings first, though. This way, it makes it easy for them to get you to go along with the CBDC and the universal basic income. Then they will require you to have a digital ID to utilize the system. But this is happening by design. You know, it's the same reason that inflation keeps going higher and higher, and the Fed comes out and gives you magical numbers that seems to make people happy. But we know better because we're the consumer. We see it. And I just did a video recently where I talked about a handful of people run the entire world. And you're invested in exactly what they're investing in, what they're looking at as being the future. XRP, XLM, these ISO cryptocurrencies. They were chosen for a reason. And all you have to do is invest in them. Sit back and just do nothing. And before you know it, you will get very rich. Maybe you could break away from that system. Because, you know, anybody that has money after this current system comes crashing down, anybody that has money at that point is easily going to be able to stay off their corrupt system, their enslavement system that they're creating for us. Then there's this XRP Army. Oh, I already read this, so sorry. But what I wanted to say is in this video is this. Jeremy Hogan, he sees it as unnatural. Most of you see it as well. XRP, there's no reason this cryptocurrency should be sitting at 50-some cents today. It should be sitting at a much higher price already. But I think we were held back so long. And a lot of people are still getting shaken out. And I think that's what they want as well. Because they don't want you holding a cryptocurrency like XRP. That alone should make you want to hold it even more. But until it all happens, you gotta stay patient, stay positive, so we can get rich together. With that said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.